When planning a direct mail campaign, marketers tend to focus on the most visible parts of the project. Who should receive it? What should the message say? What will the mailer look like? Which size and format should we use? These are all important questions. A strong mailing list, compelling message, and professional design can make a major difference. But they are not a strategy. Without a clear plan connecting those elements, a campaign can look polished, reach the right mailboxes, and still fall flat. A collection of good ideas is not a strategy. It is possible to make smart decisions about individual parts of a campaign without having a clear direction for the campaign as a whole. You may have an accurate mailing list. You may have an attractive design. You may even have an offer that sounds appealing. But do all those pieces support the same goal? A strategy defines what the campaign is trying to accomplish, who it needs to influence, why that audience should care, and what should happen after the mail is received. Without those answers, the campaign can become a collection of disconnected ideas. The list may be too broad. The message may try to say too much. The design may emphasize the wrong information. The call to action may not support the actual objective. Nothing may be obviously wrong, but the campaign still lacks focus. Begin with the desired outcome. Before choosing a mailing list or writing a headline, decide what success should look like. Are you trying to generate appointments, bring customers into a store, promote an event, introduce a new service, reconnect with previous customers, encourage donations, or build recognition within a specific market? Choose one primary objective. A campaign can have secondary benefits, but it should be built around one main outcome. Otherwise, the message may become too crowded and the recipient may not understand what matters most. Once the goal is clear, every other decision can be evaluated based on whether it supports that goal. The mailing list should support the strategy. A mailing list is more than a collection of names and addresses. It determines who will see the message and whether that message is likely to be relevant. A campaign designed to attract new customers may require a different list than one meant to reconnect with former customers. A nonprofit may communicate differently with current donors than with people who have never contributed. A business promoting a local event may care more about geography than demographics. The question is not simply, who can we mail to? It is, who needs to receive this message for the campaign to accomplish its goal? That distinction can prevent businesses from wasting money sending a well-designed piece to an audience that is unlikely to respond. The message should give people a reason to care. Once the audience is defined, the message should connect the campaign's goal with something that matters to the recipient. It should answer a few basic questions. Why is this relevant to me? What problem does this solve? What benefit will I receive? Why should I respond now? And what should I do next? Marketers sometimes try to include every service, benefit, and company detail on a single mailer. The result is often a message that says a lot without communicating one clear idea. A focused campaign does not need to tell the recipient everything. It needs to tell them the most important thing. The offer and call to action should fit the goal. Not every campaign needs a discount, but every campaign should provide a clear reason to respond. That reason might be a special offer, a free consultation, an invitation, valuable information, a deadline, or an explanation of how the organization can help. The call to action should then make the next step obvious. Do you want the recipient to call, scan a QR code, visit a landing page, schedule an appointment, attend an event, or make a donation? Choose one primary action and make it easy to find. When a mailer includes several competing offers, phone numbers, links, and instructions, the recipient has to figure out what to do. A clear strategy removes that uncertainty. Design should reinforce the strategy. Design matters because it controls what people notice first, how they move through the information, and whether the mailer feels credible. However, design should not be treated as a separate layer added after the message is written. It should support the campaign's objective. If the goal is to promote an event, the event details and registration information should receive the most attention. If the campaign is built around an offer, the offer should be impossible to miss. If the purpose is to build recognition, the branding and core message may deserve greater emphasis. An effective design does more than look professional. It helps the recipient understand the message and take the intended action. Make the pieces work together. The strongest direct mail campaigns align several elements. The goal defines what the campaign needs to accomplish. The audience determines who should receive it. The message explains why they should care. The offer gives them a reason to respond. The call to action tells them what to do. The design makes the information easy to understand. And the tracking method helps measure the outcome. Each part has a specific job, but none of them should operate independently. A great design cannot rescue an irrelevant message. A targeted list cannot fix an unclear offer. A strong headline cannot overcome a confusing call to action. The pieces need to work together. Know how you will measure success. Your measurement method should also be part of the strategy, not something added after the campaign is mailed. Depending on the objective, you might track QR code scans, visits to a dedicated landing page, calls to a campaign-specific phone number, coupon usage, appointment requests, event registrations, donations, or sales within the targeted area. Not every response can be traced perfectly, but having a measurement plan helps you learn what worked and improve the next campaign. Strategy gives the campaign direction. A mailing list, message, offer, and design are essential parts of direct mail. But on their own, they are simply individual components. Strategy is what connects them. It gives every decision a purpose and provides a clear standard for evaluating the campaign. Does this help us reach the right audience, communicate the right message, and produce the desired response? Without that clarity, even a professionally produced mailer can feel unfocused. With it, the list, message, design, and call to action begin working toward the same result.